Not long ago, a plus-size model and influencer out of Mississippi made headlines when she and a group of other plus-size models dressed up in Hooters uniforms, and then they went to the restaurant in order to push their agenda. They believe the chain should start hiring plus-size waiters, and they're tired of the company only hiring physically fit and attractive women, so now they want them to consider hiring overweight women as servers, something that has never been acceptable in the company's nearly 40-year history. You have these women advocating to change the company's standards because they don't meet them. Shout out to Trina BRTX from Texas. I appreciate you, sister, for requesting this story. If you're from Texas, Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, the whole state, drop Texas below in the comments, as well as Mississippi. Shout out to Hattiesburg, Jackson, Meridian, Gulfport, Biloxi, Ocean Springs. Much love to all of y'all. Take a second to make sure that you are subscribed to this channel and click the notification bell for all updates. 1983 in Clearwater, Florida. 6 businessmen with no restaurant experience, they got together to open up a place where they can hang out as men. Nearly 4 decades later, the Hooters brand has grown into an international name with more than 420 locations in 29 countries. In the 1990s, a class action lawsuit was filed citing discrimination in their hiring policies. You had a group of men saying they were denied jobs by the company. They ended up paying out a total settlement of $3.75 million and agreed to open up more jobs to men. However, they maintained their policy that you must be a woman to be a part of their wait staff. So yes, all the Hooters girls, they must be a woman, and I agree with this. Men simply can't be a Hooters girl. Like, come on, what in the ABC was going on? So yeah, I'm not sure what that lawsuit was all about. But in 2022, I can see this issue coming up again. You know, you have people making transformations in their gender and the issue of equality. So yeah, I'm sure it's one of the CEO's biggest fears. You know, if the company ever had to be forced to allow these type of people to work as wait staff in the restaurant, this will also offend the company's target audience and they could lose business. So I can see how this could be a worry for the CEO of the company. It could also be a problem if the company hired plus-size waitresses. That's because the target Hooters customer is not looking for a plus-size waitress. They are coming there because they want the standard Hooters girl, no different from the Dallas Cowboys girl. Women who try out to be a Dallas Cowboy girl, they have to meet the standard. They are very strict with these guidelines and their brand relies on them maintaining the same level of requirements. So this is why a lot of attention was placed on 30-year-old plus-size influencer China of Hattiesburg, Mississippi. She gained a lot of social media attention when she posted this picture on IG. It went viral, seen by millions online. She came up with the idea that her crew would dress up in a Hooters girl costume and go to Hooters. None of them actually worked for Hooters, of course. It was simply a Halloween costume, all of them plus size wearing the same uniform. China said that she wanted to make a statement because the restaurant refuses to hire big women. She told reporters that she figured showing up and showing out in the Hooters uniform would help spread the message that you don't have to be a size 2 to be confident and attractive. The women got a lot of positive feedback, mostly from other women praising them for body positivity. The 30-year-old said that the restaurant chain would be wise to begin adding bigger women to its menu. They also received some feedback from people who did not think it was a good idea, and in defense, another woman responded to the criticism. She said, "If you ain't got the equipment to handle a plus-size beauty, just say that, shrimpy." 1, she's using sign language here, attempting to shame men for their preference. And 2, the supporters of this, they're trying to shame the company into changing their standards simply because they don't meet them. Here's the crazy part. If it was such a good idea, why don't they just open up their own restaurant with chicken and beer and female waitresses 250, 300 pounds wearing tank tops and shorts? See, of course they won't do that. First off, modern women, they're lazy, so they're not going to put in the hard work to build anything. And 2, it's not a good business model anyway. And they know this already. Places like Hooters, Magic City, KOD, Cheetah, they have standards. And all of these businesses, they have them in place to maintain a certain level of quality for the company's image in order to give their target customer what they're looking for. Hooters, they've done this for nearly 40 years, since 1983. And in 2022, you're going to have more people trying to change that. Get this, they're not trying to change themselves to meet the standard. Oh no, that's just too much work. They want you to eliminate the standards so that they can automatically qualify without having to do any work. And that's what modern women do today. They are not qualified for the men of high quality, so they kick and cry to try to convince the men they want to drop their standards, and then that way all women will be qualified because there will be no standard. I'm not surprised at all that most of the people supporting this are women, but bear in mind, Hooters' target customer is men, not women. And then when it comes to relationships, women try to tell men what they want instead of listening to the men tell them what men actually want. If you need to lose weight, do the work and just lose the weight. Stop trying to shame men into accepting this. Because you can also deal with the men who are willing to accept you as you are. But just be honest, most of you don't want them. You want the other group of men. But at the same time, you're not going to force them to comply with your wishes. Being a woman just doesn't make you a prize despite what you've been told. So looks like modern women are still in la la land. Ladies, you can't change the standard. The standard is what it is. You have to be a woman with a normal BMI to be a Hooters girl. Instead of fighting the company to change their requirement, it's really on the people wanting to be the Hooters girls to make sure that they meet the requirements. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Should Hooters be required to change their standards so that plus size women could have the same opportunities as fit women? Also, let me know below if you think they'll be able to change the standards, the same standards this company they've had for 40 years. Special thank you to Universal. I appreciate you for your support, as well as Nasser, Anthony B, and Dark Power. Want to see more content like this? You can support as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like and share.
For the life of me, I can't seem to understand why y'all love telling black women, especially fat black women, that our standards are too high. It's almost as if you want us to lower our standards just to be with you. And the funny thing is, even if my standards were in hell, you could still never get a chance, you bum ass bitch. My weight does not determine my worth. Aaliyah, she determines her worth. And I know I am worthy and deserving of anything and everything I desire in this life. And that includes romantic partnerships. I don't care if my standards were as high as Mount Everest. Best believe there will be somebody out there willing to climb my summit and earn the pleasure of being with me. I don't plan on being alone. I just plan on not settling. And if that means I'll be alone, and then so be it. Thank God my future isn't determined by some dense, feeble-minded, impotent dum-dum like yourself. Whew. So ladies, if anybody's ever told you that your standards are too high, raise them about a good 100%. Your standards are not high at all. You know what you want, and you are worthy and deserving of any and everything you want out of this life. This has been a PSA from the beautiful fat bitch.